words, navigating new frontiers, we often imagine technology, smarter connections, faster devices, and a world that fits neatly into our screens. But the most unfamiliar frontier I've ever navigated didn't involve technology at all. It involved a car, my family in 55 days on the road. I was 13 when my dad first planned his road trip from Dubai to Scotland. It was a bachelor's trip, just him and his friends. However, exactly 1 week before he set off, the world went into COVID lockdown, and that trip fell apart. In that strange pause, when the world slowed down and plans dissolved, I did something small that later changed everything. I baked a cake. On it, I decorated every element of the trip he had dreamed of. The car, the roads, the countries. And when I gave it to him, he made me a promise. He said that if he ever restarted his trip, it would be with us, his family. 5 years later, he fulfilled that promise. We drove from Dubai to Scotland, covering 23 countries in just 55 days. At first, I thought the frontier I was navigating was geography, borders, mountains, maps, but I was wrong. The real frontier was people. Halfway through Turkey, in a small mountain town called Savset, our car broke down. The pipe that carried the coolant had completely torn. We were stranded in the middle of the mountains with no network coverage. And keep in mind, this was our second country out of 23 countries. We were scared. But that was when a woman came up. She didn't speak English at all, nor did we speak Turkish. But she understood the universal language of panic. She went back home, woke her husband up on a Sunday morning to come take a look at our car. He came in, examined the damage quietly, and went back in. But he came out holding a vacuum cleaner pipe. We were all confused for a minute. But then he cut it, inserted it, sealed it, and fixed our car. No payments, no questions, just help. And that vacuum cleaner pipe took us all the way to Scotland, another 8,000 kilometers. Anthony Bourdain believed that travel isn't about sightseeing, it's about humility. He said that travel forces you to realize how little you know about the world and how wrong our assumptions can be. That day, on a random Sunday morning, stranded in the mountains, I understood exactly what he meant. Aren't we all constantly told by the news, by media, by fear, that strangers are dangerous, that the world is hostile, and that trust is naive? But here we were, stranded in a place we never even knew existed till that day, helped by someone we would never meet again. Another night in North Macedonia, we were delayed at the border due to a shift change. It was dark by the time we were let through, but that was when we realized something we hadn't planned for. Camping in North Macedonia was not allowed. And to make things worse, all the hotels in the area were fully booked. Once again, a couple of days after the Turkey incident, we were stranded in an unfamiliar country with no place to sleep. We were sitting in our car, tired, anxious, scared, when a group of teenagers approached us. We started a conversation, and we explained our situation. Then they said that we could follow them for a place where we could sleep for the night. We were hesitant at first, as would anyone else in this situation be, but we eventually did follow them, and they led us to an abandoned mosque where we could stay safely for the night. That night taught me something incredibly important, That navigating new frontiers isn't about knowing everything. It's about trusting our instincts and sometimes trusting people before you understand them. Psychologists say that shared uncertainty strengthens bonds. When people face discomfort together, they stop pretending and start being real. That's exactly what happened to us as family. There's also a quote that I like which says, "Ships are safe in the harbor, but that's not what they're built for. And neither are families." When you travel together, roles change, conversations change. You stop being just parents and children and start being people again. At the beginning of the road trip, my brother and I were glued to our phones, screens on, constant scrolling, headphones in, like every other teenager out there. But towards the end of 55 days, something had shifted. We were more present, more active, more observant. We noticed the landscapes. We noticed the people. We noticed each other. My brother ensured that we played Ludo every single night, no matter where we were. We were in Iran, Turkey, Croatia, UK, but he would not let us go to bed without playing a single game of Ludo. It sounds simple, am I right? A game of Ludo. But those moments are the ones that truly mattered. Towards the end of the trip, my dad said something to me that I would never forget. He said that my brother and I weren't talking to him like he was our parent anymore. We were talking to him like friends. But that sentence meant more to me than any destination ever could. And here's something most people don't talk about enough. Travel doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be all-inclusive luxury resorts. We stayed at campsites. It was safe, peaceful, and cost-effective. We cooked our own meals, which meant we felt better, ate healthier, and didn't drain our savings. Although we did ensure to try one dish from each country we visited, like fish and chips from the UK. We didn't chase luxury, we chose experience. It is said that the best meals aren't always the most expensive, but rather the ones cooked simply, shared, and eaten with presence. I saw that firsthand. So, travel isn't about the money you spend on traveling. It's about the mindset that you carry. It's about choosing comfort and curiosity. It's about choosing experience over fear, presence over pixels. Sure, I do agree that digital connection can show us the world, but it can never replace meeting someone face to face, trusting a stranger, or learning kindness without translation. So, when I hear the words navigating new frontiers, I don't think about technology advancing faster. I would rather think about humans remembering how to be human, trusting our instincts, trusting strangers, looking up from our phones, taking the wrong turns. My hope is simple. I want people to travel. Take road trips, start small if you need to. Because sometimes navigating new frontiers isn't about new places at all. They're about new ways of connecting with the world, with others, and with yourself. Thank you.